Hello class, we are from group 10 and we are going to presentation our material, the Augustan Neoclassical period. Before that, I will introduce my group member. My group member is Azara Safaraini, Dinah Aulia, and Elva Gultom.
The history of Augustan Neoclassical period. The 18th century in English literature has been called the Augustan Age, the Neoclassical Age, and the Age of Reason. The term the Augustan Age comes from the self-conscious imitation of the original Augustan writers, Virgil and Horace, by many of the writers of the period. Specifically, the Augustan Age was the period after the Restoration era to the death of Alexander Pope, 1690 until 1744. The major writers of the age were Pope and John Dryden in poetry, and Jonathan Swift and Joseph Addison in prose. Dryden forms the link between Restoration and Augustan literature. This period was marked by a new availability of books as price fell and the trade of tape books and broadsheets. Most of the authors during this period wrote distinctly political texts. Even those who wrote plays and poems were in some way politically active or funded by political sources. Authors also spent time writing essays, criticizing other literary works, making understanding the ins and outs of some literary work difficult. Sejarah periode Augustan. Abad ke-18 dalam sastra Inggris disebut sebagai zaman Augustan, zaman neoklasik, dan zaman akal budi. Zaman Augustan adalah periode setelah era restorasi hingga kematian Alexander Pope. Periode ini ditandai dengan ketersediaan buku dengan harga yang murah. Sebagian besar penulis selama periode ini menulis teks mengenai tentang politik. Penulis juga menulis esai yang mengkritik karya sastra lain.
The rise of the novel. In the Augustan, there was a marked progress in economy and science, and there was also the rise in the number of people who like reading. So, literature gave live to so many different genres. Jadi maksudnya terjadi kemajuan yang nyata di bidang ekonomi dan ilmu pengetahuan, dan juga terjadi jumlah orang yang gemar membaca. Jadi dalam Augustan ini minat membaca menjadi meningkat. Ada beberapa poin, antara lain sastra berfokus pada pikiran rasional masyarakat yang sudah mulai teratur. Yang kedua, ada drama became less important, jadi drama kurang penting, sedangkan novel menjadi semakin penting. Semakin banyak juga orang yang gemar membaca ataupun menulis. Dan yang terakhir adalah menulis menjadi profesi yang sangat penting. There are the writer from the rise of the novel. There are Apraben from 60 and 40 until 60 and 89. Apraben wrote about 30 novels, including love letter between a nobleman and his sister. A novel in the form of letter, also called an epistolary novel. Next is Mary Della. Rivera Manley was a similarly scandalous woman, and although novels were hugely popular in her own lifetime, they were completely ignored the mostly male critics who followed. And the last, Defoe. Daniel Defoe Robinson Crusoe. Defoe produced a great many work and was a journalist for many years before publishing Robinson Crusoe in 1790. It was an immediate success and has remained one of the most famous stories in the world. The novel after 1750. The novel after 1750 had become a rich and varied genre. In the next 50 years, it moved in several quite different directions. Novel pada tahun 1750 berkembang dengan berbagai jenis dan genrenya. Adapun penulis pada tahun 1750 adalah sebagai berikut. Number 1, Caroline Lennox menulis The Life of Harriet Stuart in 1715 and The Female Quixote in 1752. Number 2, Eliza Haywood in her comic novel Miss Betty Douglas. Number 3, Lawrence Strangworth Tristram Shandy di tahun 1760 sampai 1767. Lawrence Strand ini memiliki genre komik. And number 4, Henry Magazine novel The Man of Feeling. Pada novel ini sudah diperkenalkan waktu serta plotnya, dan pada novel ini juga memiliki genre hero ataupun pahlawan. And then, to the end of 18th century, the novel took a new direction. Horace Walpole, The Castle of Otranto, started the fashion for the Gothic, and the horror novel was born. The Gothic novel developed the imaginative range of the genre, going beyond realism and moral instruction. It explored extreme of feeling and imagination. Pada novel ini sudah memasuki genre novel yang horor. And the last, after Walpole, Clara Reeve with The Old English Baron, and Radcliffe with The Mystery of Udolpho had even greater success. Fetch by William Beckford take place in Arabia and contain all sorts of sexual and sensual exaggeration. Journalism and criticism. The rise of journalists, the interest of the middle class in literature, art, political life, and their desire to be informed of current events. Edison with The Spectator and Steele with The Tatler tried to instruct, amuse, and edify with their intelligent and cultivated prose. Number 2, combination of moral improvement with entertainment.
Criticism. Essays of criticism were also becoming popular. Dryden had written several important critical pieces, and magazines often caused a lot of controversy when literary or political arguments were printed in their page. Many writers and editors had to pay fines or were even sent to prison for expressing their opinions too strongly. They wrote for money. The major critic of the 18th century was Samuel Johnson. He wrote a preface to Shakespeare. This was one of the first critical essays on Shakespeare and the beginning of a major tradition. Then he also wrote the lives of the English poets, which is important because it began a tradition of English literary criticism. Pada periode Augustan, esai kritik juga menjadi populer. Banyak penulis dan editor harus membayar denda atau bahkan dipenjara karena menulis kritik yang terlalu kuat. Salah satu penulis kritik pada saat itu adalah Dryden. Dia menulis beberapa kritik penting dan majalah yang menimbulkan kontroversi ketika melibatkan argumen sastra atau politik. Kemudian ada Samuel Johnson. Dia menulis kritik pertama tentang Shakespeare. Kemudian dia menulis The Lives of the English Poets. Ini menjadi awal tradisi kritik sastra Inggris. Letters and diaries. Other kinds of writing which began to grow in importance in the 18th century include diaries and letters. Lady Mary Wortley Montagu's letters in the first part of the century were famous, particularly her letters from Turkey, as wife to the British ambassadors, which have been described by Billy Melman as the very first example of a secular work by a woman about the Muslim Orient. Jadi, pada abad ke-18, surat dan diari juga berkembang penting. Salah satu surat terkenal pada abad ini adalah surat Mary Wortley Montagu. Kemudian diari. Adapun contoh diari adalah diari Samuel Pepys yang menggambarkan periode antara tahun 1660 dan 1669. Kemudian diari John Evelyn tentang pertengahan abad ke-17.
Okay class, that's all from our group. Thank you for your attention. See you next time.